Welcome to today's episode of our Tech Podcast, where we're diving into the world of Kubernetes and how to deploy a production-ready cluster using kubespray. Now, I know that might sound like a mouthful, but don't worry. I'm here to break it down for you in relatable terms. Whether you're an aspiring DevOps engineer or just curious about cloud technology, there's a nugget of wisdom here for everyone. So, here's a fun fact to get us started. Did you know you can deploy a Kubernetes cluster on various platforms? Yup, we're talking about AWS, GCE, Azure, OpenStack, and even bare metal systems like Equinix Metal. It's like having a universal remote that works across all your devices. To kick things off, let's talk about kubespray. This is an awesome tool that simplifies the deployment process. Imagine you're setting up a new home, and kubespray is your personal interior designer, ensuring everything is placed perfectly. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. The first step to deploying your cluster with kubespray is having Docker installed on your machine. So if you haven't done that yet, hit pause and get it done. Once you've done that, you can run a simple command in your terminal to start using kubespray. But don't sweat it if that sounds overwhelming. I'll guide you through it. Now here's where it gets a bit more technical. Ansible, but no need to panic. Ansible is like your personal assistant that helps automate processes. Installing the right Python dependencies is key here. Just like organizing your closet, if everything's in place, deploying your first cluster becomes a breeze. And speaking of clusters, let's chat about the different setup options. Kubespray supports various Linux distributions, like Ubuntu, CentOS, and even Fedora. It's like choosing your favorite toppings for a pizza. Pick what you like best. You might be wondering, what do I need aside from the OS? Well, for hardware, the minimum requirements are pretty reasonable. For the control plane, you need just 2 gigabytes of memory. That's relatively low, making it accessible even for smaller teams or projects. Great for those testing out Kubernetes for the first time. Now let's address something super crucial: network plugins. Think of them as your plumbing and wiring in a house. Kubespray supports multiple options, like Calico and Flannel, each offering unique features. Calico, for example, is designed for high efficiency and security. I mean, who doesn't want a secure network, right? Now for a quick breather. Why does all this matter? Well, in the world of software development, a well-deployed Kubernetes cluster ensures your applications run smoothly, are scalable, and are able to communicate efficiently. It's like fine-tuning an orchestra. Every instrument needs to play in harmony. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this intriguing question. If you could deploy a Kubernetes cluster anywhere in the world, where would you choose? Imagine having your applications running from a sunny beach or a quiet mountain retreat. In closing, remember that deploying your production-ready Kubernetes cluster doesn't have to be daunting. With tools like kubespray, Docker, and Ansible, you're well equipped to tackle the challenges of modern cloud-native application development. Thanks for tuning in. If you have questions or want to dive deeper, check out the kubespray documentation or join the Kubernetes Slack community. Until next time, happy deploying.